Just tell me to live the life when you
Yes,
see any followers coming up. This is showing some person is showing to show substance. You have substance.
voice to request. When viewers started.
People are joining
Yeah,
already.
people are joining. Yeah.
So how many people are in already?
Hello. They've all started.
So we good to go?
Yeah.
Let's start. Hi, good evening, friends. This is Chef Gautam Mipani live with Amul, the Taste of India. I believe everyone's doing well and having a amazing time, and I think everyone's safe enough as well. Yeah. So I would really like to thank Amul, the Taste of India, today for giving me this opportunity yet again. And this is my second live session with Amul. So I'm really excited to show you guys an amazing and an easy, sophisticated yet simple recipe. So why don't we quickly start off with the recipe? Yeah, and I'll walk you through the ingredients. I'll walk you through what the recipe is all about, and I can also answer your questions as and when the session is going on. All right. So first, I'd like to start off with the name of my dish. So the name of my dish is a grilled cottage cheese steak, served with amazing paprika sauce, and we're going to serve along some good root veggies, and we're going to be stir frying them. All right, so that's about with the dish. So now let's go ahead and I'll walk you through the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. All right, so here I have some blanched asparagus, I have some blanched baby carrots, I have some roasted beetroots. All right, I have some sauteed mushrooms, I have some sauteed baby corns, then I have some mixed herb seasoning, I have sesame seeds, I have some fresh herbs, alright, and some amazing, delicious, and my favorite Amul cheese. I guess this is favorite for everyone, right? Especially for those staying out of India who miss this cheese a lot. When I was out of India, I really missed this. And I have fresh chopped parsley, some chopped garlic, I have some amazing paprika, smoked paprika powder, alright, and I've made some vegetable stock. Here's some black pepper powder, salt, olive oil, and I have some marinated cherry tomatoes. So it's a very simple marinade that I've used for these cherry tomatoes. I've cut them into half, I've added some salt, some black pepper powder, and a little bit of olive oil with a pinch of, you can say maybe 1 clove of garlic chopped, right? Then I have some honey. And then this is an amazing and an interesting butter that I am going to be using today. So that's the Amul garlic herb butter. So this is my current favorite. I kind of use it in most of my dishes because I really like the herb flavor and the garlicky flavor which it has. And of course, everyone's favorite, Amul cream. So guys, this is, okay, I'll show you what this is, alright. So this is my cottage cheese steak, which I've already marinated and I've already smoked it up, alright. So this is going to be here, and I'll be walking you through the marinade for the paneer. So first what we're going to do is, I'm going to make a marinade for the paneer, okay. So let's start with the marinade of the paneer. For this, what we need is some olive oil. I'm going to be using olive oil, around 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil depending upon the quantity of paneer that you're going to be using. For around 200 grams of paneer, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil is more than enough. To this, I'll be adding my smoked paprika powder. It depends upon how spicy and how hot do you want it to be. So I'm going to be making it a little spicy because all of us love spicy food. So I'm making a marinade for my cottage cheese steak right now, guys. So I've added 2 tablespoons of olive oil. To this I'm adding 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika powder. Alright, that goes inside. To this, I've already chopped up some fresh herbs, that is thyme and oregano. So I'm going to be adding that. To this, I'll add a little bit of parsley. Okay. Once that is done, I'm gonna add just a little bit of chopped garlic. Next goes in our black pepper powder, just a pinch, followed by some salt, once that is done, I'll just mix it up nicely. There you can see an amazing bright red color, and trust me guys, it's a very delicious marinade, very simple, very easy. Don't worry if you guys don't have some smoked paprika powder, you can use some red chili powder or maybe chili flakes. Okay, so I'm just going to be mixing it up. So this is the base of a marinade, alright? So to this marinade you can add your cottage cheese and you can just marinate them for around 10 to 15 minutes and then you're good to go. Once you're done with the marinade, what you can do is you can give it a good smoky flavor. So what I did was I took a small piece of charcoal, I heated it up and I put it on a small sheet of silver foil. I put it on top of my cottage cheese sticks and I covered it for say around 30 seconds is more than enough depending on the quantity. Okay, don't overdo it, because then otherwise what happens, it gives a very strong smoky flavor to it, which you do not want. So that's done. So this was the marinade. I'm not going to be adding paneer to this now because I've already done that. Like the marinade is done and my cottage cheese steaks are ready here. Nothing else is added to this. Okay, so once that is done, let's go ahead with our grilling of the cottage cheese steaks. Okay, or let's do one thing first. Let's make the sauce so that the sauce is ready and it becomes a little easier. For this, I'll take my saucepan. Okay, so to this I'll add a little bit of oil, and of course my favorite butter, that's the garlic herb butter. Not much, just a little. Okay, so now let it melt. Once that melts, we'll add in the other ingredients. Okay,
Recipe name.
so the recipe name is a grilled cottage cheese steak served with amazing smoked paprika sauce and root veggies. Okay, so to this I'll be adding, so I've added olive oil and butter. To this I've added some chopped garlic and I'm going to be adding some fresh herbs now. You don't need to chop them up, just put the entire thing in. Okay, because I'm going to be removing it at the end. I don't want to keep it in the sauce. I want it to be like a very silky smooth sauce. Okay, I don't want to char the garlic too much. I'm just going to saute it for around 15 to 20 seconds so that it gets a good garlicky and a herb flavor. Oh, this aroma is like really amazing. I guess how I wish this aroma could travel, but nevertheless. It's amazing. So do we have any questions popping up? Oh, and by the way, so I'm dedicating this recipe to my beautiful wife who is not here right now with me, who is in Indonesia. So because of the COVID and the lockdown scenarios, she couldn't be with me right now. So last session that I did, she was the one who was my camera woman. Today my sister is doing it for me. So I'd like to thank my sister as well. Okay, so now it's getting a light golden brown color. Now to this I'll be adding my cream. Okay, in goes the cream. So the cream was around 1 cup. Okay, give it a nice stir. Be gentle with it. Don't put it on a medium high flame. Keep it on a medium low flame because you don't want the cream to split. Okay, and to that I'll add in my stock as well. Yeah, now let it simmer. So once we get a good boil, we'll add in the other ingredients. In the meanwhile, we can actually add in our pepper, just a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of salt, because I'm going to be adding cheese to my sauce as well. So always keep a balance between cheese and salt, because cheese is also salty. So you do not want cheese and salt to, like, you know, create a very dangerous combination where the saltiness is too much. It's a very simple sauce, okay? It would take around, say, 4 to 5 minutes for the sauce to be made. So here we can see we're already kind of... So yeah, in the meanwhile, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Sauce ingredients.
So the sauce ingredients are very easy. I've taken olive oil, I've added butter to it, and then I've added some chopped garlic, followed by some fresh herbs. You can obviously add whatever herbs you feel like adding. Okay, so it completely depends upon your choice, what you feel like adding. Maybe you can add basil, you can add parsley, but to this I have added oregano and thyme, fresh. You can also use the the bottled ones if you want, not the fresh but the dried ones. That's also absolutely fine. So after that I added in some fresh cream, Amul fresh cream, and then I followed it with some stock. And to this I'm going to be adding my delicious Amul cheese. So, you know, whenever I travel abroad, I really miss one cheese for sure. That's Amul cheese, because I really can't live without Amul cheese. I've tried many different cheeses in the world, but there's something about Amul cheese, you know. It has that umami flavor which actually gets you taste buds drooling. So there you can see it's beautiful color, and you know, it's starting to thicken up now. Sorry. So what's the next question, if in case we do have any?
Can we use tulsi for herb?
No, then it give a very pungent and a very different flavor. I mean, if you want to, you can, but do let me know how it turns out to be, because I haven't used tulsi yet. So it kind of gives you an Indian touch to the dish then. So, you know. Oh, there it is. You can see how thick the sauce has turned out to be, right? You can see the consistency. It's a simple sauce, and it's, you know, it's very good for people who are on a keto diet. You know, there's a fad of different diets going on right now. Sorry for that. There it is. Just let's get one good boil to it and we're done with the sauce, okay? I'll just add a little more stock to it. Any more questions coming up? All good? Okay, there's a nice boil and our sauce is ready, okay? See, this is how it looks. You can see the consistency as well.
What is the red color ingredient you added?
So, it's a smoked paprika sauce. I mean, so smoked paprika powder. So, you can replace it with red chili if you want. Red chili powder that is easily available in the market. And if not, you can always make it a cheese sauce. It's not necessary to add the smoked paprika. If you don't add any red chili powder or anything else, it becomes a cheese sauce. A simple cheese sauce, where you don't need to make a roux, you don't need to make anything, because the fresh cream does the work of everything else. Okay? So our sauce is ready, guys. I'm just going to be keeping it aside. So that's done. Now let's move on to our second part, that is of sauteing our root veggies. Okay. So to this again I'll be adding a little bit of olive oil. So always add a little bit of oil when you're adding butter, because what happens is butter tends to burn and we don't want the burnt charred flavor in the butter. Okay, let it melt. So give it some time, guys. Okay, don't rush it up. So let it just melt down. Okay. It's a very easy and a simple recipe. Do you have any questions coming up? I hope you guys are enjoying the session.
Can you recommend good olive oil to use?
So right now I'm using a Burgess olive oil. You can use whatever brands you get. There are many brands in the market. So I personally use the Burgess one. So you can use that. Okay, now my butter and my pan is quite hot. To this, I'll be adding a little bit of garlic again. So garlic is again one of my favorite ingredients to use, you know. I really like the flavor of garlic. We'll give it a nice stir. Let's saute it for a bit. Any more questions? No? Oh, I guess the recipe is pretty simple and everyone's getting a good hand over it, yeah? So guys, I'd like to tell something about me and my brand. So the name of my brand, that is The Weekend Kitchen. So I'm the owner and the founder of Weekend Kitchen. So I am a gourmet kitchen company basically. I'm based in Mumbai right now, but I am soon opening my branch in Pali, that is maybe next year. So to this I'll be adding my carrots. Okay, go in with the carrots, give it a nice toss, glaze it with the butter and olive oil. Okay, add in the asparagus as well. So the carrots and the asparagus both are cooked, so I'm not going to be cooking it for a long time. Okay, to this I'll add in the sesame seeds. It's a very simple stir fry, guys. And then to this I'll add my mixed herb seasoning. It's easily available in the market. A little bit of salt. Some pepper. It smells amazing already. Good fragrance. And then my favorite ingredient, I'm going to go in with some honey. Just a little so that it gets a good glaze on top. If you want to skip honey, you can totally do that, but I really love the flavor of honey. It gives a very nice, sweetish kind of a flavor to your root veggies, okay? So the veggies are already sweet, but I want that tinge more sweetness to my veggies. Okay, this is done. I don't want to overdo them. Okay, so I'll take my bowl. I'm gonna empty all my veggies in the bowl. So don't worry if it's all together. I'll show you how to plate it at the end. So this is a recipe which you can easily make when you are expecting guests to come over. So this recipe is going to be kind of a very sophisticated kind of a dish where, like, you know, when people come over, they get a feel that, you know, you're cooking in a restaurant, you're eating in a restaurant, like a fine dine restaurant. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna quickly wipe off my pan for excess oil and all the leftover bits. Okay. I'm not gonna wash it. I'm gonna use the same pan. It's such a lovely evening today, so I'm actually cooking at my auntie's place. She has a beautiful garden, so I thought why not choose this garden as my backdrop. Like, you know, it gives you an amazing feel. Okay, so I've just wiped my pan. So I am quickly going to add in some butter and a little bit of olive oil. Just a little olive oil, okay? Don't overdo it because there's already oil in the marinade. I don't want extra oil in my cottage cheese steaks. Okay. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a tissue ready for my cottage cheese steaks because I don't want extra oil in my cottage cheese steaks, so I'll just keep a tissue ready in a bowl. So now to this, I'll add my cottage cheese steaks. Okay. Guys, don't throw this oil off, okay? Because this oil can be used for many other things. You can use it for different cuisines, whatever you're cooking. Maybe, you know, it acts like a chili kind of an oil. So it's a very nice oil. Do not throw that oil. Any questions? Just scroll up and down. So maybe there might be a few questions left out. No? Awesome. So again, I've kept it on a low heat because I don't want it to be charred and not cooked from inside. I'll just seal the deal. I'll just like flip it once. So it's almost starting to get a little charred and stuff, but I want it to be like really charred well enough. So give it a bit. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean off my nearby area, so that, you know, I have the habit, like, you know, whenever I'm cooking something, I want my area needs to be clean.
Paneer marination.
Okay, so I'll run you through the paneer marination once again, guys. So for paneer marination, what I have done is I have taken olive oil. To that I have added my smoked paprika powder, and to that I have added some chopped garlic and some fresh herbs. I have added, oh nice, I love this, I really love this color. And to that I have added salt, pepper, and I've stirred it all together. This is what the marinade will look like once you're done with that. Okay, it's an amazing and a delicious and a easy marinade to make. So do try it at home, guys. Any more questions?
Can you make these steaks in a grill pan?
You can absolutely grill them if you want to. I didn't have a griller for my induction, so that's why I'm avoiding the grill part. Otherwise, you can absolutely grill them. Okay, so my cottage cheese steaks are ready now. I'm going to transfer them to a tissue, okay, because I don't want extra oil on my cottage cheese steaks. Okay, so now I'm going to my pan aside. So now our sauce is ready. So our sauce is out here, our steaks are ready, and our root veggies are also ready. Just in a matter of say 15 minutes, everything is ready. So now guys, let's move towards the plating part. So in the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to show you all how to plate. Okay. Yeah. So here's my bowl which I'm going to be using for my plating. Okay. So for this, I'll take a spoon. So I'm going to be making a base first. So let's make a base. So my base would be of asparagus roots, okay? So I'm going to place my asparagus roots. Just spread it out in the middle of the plate. Okay? And I'll spread it a little. Fine. Now that's done. Now to this, what we're going to do is we're going to add our cottage cheese sticks. Cool. So one of our cottage cheese sticks goes here, and the other one goes on top of that. Okay. Now we'll move towards our glazed carrots. So when you talk about glazing your carrots, so commercially what I do is I cook my baby carrots, I peel them off, I cook them in stock, and I add some wine to it, add a lot of butter, let it reduce. Once that is done, you'll get an amazing glaze on top. You don't need to add honey. This is just a quick trick, like, you know, for the glaze part, which I've used honey. So yeah, to this I'll add my baby carrot. So I'll be adding 2 carrots at the moment. I'll use my sauce now. I'm going to be adding my sauce to this. Just give it a stir because there might be a skin which will form on top because it's hot. So there's a skin formation which takes place. But not to worry, just give it a stir and it'll be fine. Okay. So what I'll do with this sauce is I'll take it in a spoon. I'll just place it on one side of the plate, not on both the ends. Let it spread out. Okay. So there you have it, one side of the plate is done. Now I'll move to the second part. So out here I have my roasted beetroots ready. So I'll just place one on this end. One I'll be placing on this end of the plate. Now I have my sauteed mushrooms. I've just made some crisscross lines on my mushrooms so it gets a good shape. Like, you know, you can see how it looks. It opens up the pores and it looks even more amazing. So I'm going to be using my mushrooms now. I place one mushroom out here. There's a mushroom out here. And the third one out here. Okay. Why not? I have 4, so I'll just make use of all 4 of them. Alright. So once that is done, we'll move towards our baby corn. So now one of the baby corn chip goes here, one goes here, and one goes here. So now I've used 3 of them out here. Next, I'll move on to my marinated cherry tomatoes. I'm not going to be cooking them off because I want that nice, amazing raw marinade flavor which I've added to this. Okay. So one cherry tomato goes on top out here, one cherry tomato goes here, and one cherry tomato goes here. So done with my cherry tomatoes. Let's move to the next part. So guys, out here I've made a nice cheese crisp. It's very easy to make this. What you have to do is you just have to grate some cheese, lie it on a silver foil paper, and put it in the oven for around say 1 minute, not even 1 minute, maybe 45 to 60 seconds, 50 seconds is more than enough, and this is how it would turn out to be. So what I've done is I've crushed a little bit of cheese crisps out here. So what I'll do is I'll just sprinkle it on a few places, you know, make it a little okay, that'll be more than enough. Next, I'll garnish it with my fresh microgreens. Okay, I really love microgreens. I love the earthy flavor that they have. This I'm gonna be putting on top out here. Okay, and then we finally garnish it with our amazing edible flowers that we have. So there we have some amazing edible flowers which are gonna go in. Okay. Okay, and the final part, I'll just wipe off my plate a little bit. Do we have any questions? And guys, so there you have an amazing sophisticated dish, yet very simple. Okay, it's a grilled cottage cheese steak with an amazing paprika sauce with a little bit of root veggies sauteed with a glaze of honey and herbs. Alright, so there you have it. I hope you like the recipe. I hope you like the plating. I hope you're going to try it out, and I hope you're going to give me a feedback on the recipe. Okay, so guys, I would like to tell something more about me. So as I told you, the name of my company is Weekend Kitchen. So we are a gourmet food catering company. Alright, and so basically I have an Instagram and a Facebook page under the name of Weekend Kitchen Mumbai. Okay, it goes by the same logo as you can see out here, Weekend Kitchen Mumbai. So you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook for many such more delicious recipes. And once again, I'd really like to thank Amul for this wonderful opportunity yet again. It was really nice to come back live with you guys, and I really can't tell you how much I love your products, especially the Amul garlic herb butter and my favorite, the Amul cheese. So yes, thank you once again, guys. So I'll take a leave from you all now. Once again, you can see the plate, how it looks like. Okay, so I think we're good to go. And do we have any questions left? Please, I'll answer the questions and then I'll take a move.
Name the flowers.
So one is a butterfly flower, as they call it. So these flowers are basically even used to make the butterfly tea, which is really a good fat nowadays. It's very useful to burn your fat for your good glowing skin. And then we have many flowers, like, you know, it's all assorted. So yeah.
Have you used flour on the paneer?
There's no flour, there's no coating, there's absolutely no corn flour, no besan, no nothing. Okay, I've just marinated with my herbs and my paprika powder with olive oil and garlic, salt and pepper. That's it, nothing else. Okay.
Where can we get the written recipe?
You can follow my Instagram handle, that is Weekend Kitchen Mumbai. So I'll be posting the recipe out there. It's very simple, and you can always go back to this video, which will be shared on the Amul page, and you can absolutely see it from the beginning. So you get an amazing go through the recipe. So you know, you have a heads up like what all ingredients you'll be needing and stuff like that. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? So we are good to go, I guess. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for all your love and appreciation. Really look forward to cooking up Strom again with Amul, the taste of India. And thank you once again Amul for the lovely opportunity. Goodbye, good evening, and stay safe.